Hello everyone. In the previous video, I have discussed about the vector in detail. So, it is clear that from the describing vectors accurately, some specific length, that is magnitude, directions, angles, projections or component must be known. There are many methods by which all these can be done to describe a vectors. So, in this video, I will be giving the idea of coordinate system. Here is the outlines. First, I will tell you the overview of various coordinates. Then discuss about three types of coordinate system, that is Cartesian coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. Sometimes it is necessary to transform points and vectors from one coordinate system to another. That's why I will discuss here each coordinate system one by one. Let's start. All these three coordinate systems are orthogonal, in which the coordinates axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. In the Cartesian coordinate system, any point in space is represented by x, y and z. X, y, z is the position along x, y and z direction. And cylindrical coordinate system is represented by rho, phi and z. In any point in space, P is represented by rho, phi, z, where rho is the radius of cylinder, phi is the angle from x-axis, that is the horizontal angle, or you can say azimuthal angle, and z is the height of cylinder. Whereas the spherical coordinate system, the coordinates is given by r, theta and phi. R is the radius of sphere, theta is the vertical angle, or you can say elevation angle, and phi is the horizontal angle. Theta angle make from the z-axis and phi angle frame from the x-axis. So in the Cartesian coordinate system, it consists basically three axes and three planes. All the three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. Similarly, the all three planes will also be mutually perpendicular to each other. Let's any point P, that is denoted by x1, y1 and z1. Corresponding to this point, it have the unit vector along x, y and z. So unit vector ax is along the x-axis and unit vector ay along the y-axis and unit vector az along the z-axis. So what will be the range of point x1, y1 and z1? So in the space, in Cartesian coordinate system, this variable may vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. If we look at the different planes of Cartesian coordinate system, there are three planes basically: xy plane, xz plane and yz plane. All these three planes are mutually perpendicular to each other. So in the Cartesian coordinate system, we can calculate the differential length, differential surface and differential volume. So basically differential length is given by dl is equal to dx plus dy ay plus dz az, whereas dx is differential length along the x-axis, dy is the differential length along the y-axis, dz is the differential length along the z-axis, whereas ax is the unit vector along the x-axis, ay unit vector along the y-axis, az unit vector along the z-axis. So point P with respect to origin is given as Pxyz and the differential length is dl. And if we want to calculate the differential surface, we look at the different unit vectors. For the unit vector x, for this cuboid, what will be the differential surface dsx? For calculation of dsx, we look at the unit vector ax in the direction of x-axis. So if we look at the ax, so what will be the area along the x direction? That is basically length of z and length of y. So we can calculate the dsx as dy multiplied by dz. That means differential length along the y-axis and differential length along the z-axis. If we look at the unit vector ay, that is along the y-axis, So differential surface along the y-axis, that will be given by dSSy is equal to dx multiplied by dz. That means differential length along the x-axis and differential length along the z-axis. For the calculation of dSz, we look at the unit vector az. For the unit vector az, what will be the differential length in x and y, that is given by dx and dy. So differential surface along the z direction is given by dx multiplied by dy. The volume of this cuboid in the Cartesian coordinate system can be calculated by multiplication of dx, dy and dz. That means differential length of the x, differential length of y and differential length of the z. That can be also known as length, width and height of the cuboid. Whereas in the cylindrical coordinate system, any point in the space is represented in terms of rho, phi and z coordinates, where rho is the radius of cylinder which is perpendicular to z-axis. This is the z-axis and rho is perpendicular to that axis, whereas phi is the azimuth angle which is making angle with respect to xz plane. Basically, this is the xz plane and angle phi is making from this plane, or you can also say phi is angle from the x-axis, and z is the distance along the z-axis, which is the basically height of cylinder. Rho, that means the radius of cylinder vary from 0 to infinity, because the radius of cylinder cannot be negative, so minimum value will be 0 and maximum value can be infinity. And phi can be varied from the 0 to 2 pi. That means the complete rotation of phi will provide the circle, and corresponding to that it had the 2 pi value. So minimum value will be 0 and maximum value of phi will be 2 pi. Whereas the height of cylinder can be minus infinity to plus infinity. Height of cylinder can be positive or negative direction. And unit vector a rho, a phi, a z in the direction of increasing coordinate value. If we look at the point P, so a rho is the unit vector along the rho direction, a phi is the unit vector along the phi direction, and az is the unit vector along the z direction. So if we want to represent any vector a in the cylindrical coordinate system, it can be written as a rho unit vector a rho plus a phi unit vector a phi plus az unit vector az. Whereas capital A rho, capital A phi, capital Az is the amplitude along the rho, phi and z direction. So magnitude of A can be written as square root of A rho square plus A phi square plus Az square. In the cylindrical coordinate system, the differential length, differential surface and differential volume can be calculated here. So the differential length in the cylindrical coordinate system can be represented as d rho a rho plus rho d phi a phi plus dz az. If we look at figure number 6, at this point, so what is the direction of unit vector? This is the direction of unit vector a rho, that means in the direction of rho, and this is the direction of a phi, that is in the direction of phi, and this is the unit vector along the z. So what will be the differential length along the rho direction? In the rho direction, you can see this encircled figure. So here the variation of rho is given by this length. This is the basically d rho, and if we calculate the change in the length along the phi direction, so along the phi direction, this is the length. This is the basically have the arc. So this arc length is calculated by r multiplied by change in the angle. For the more clarification, you can see this figure where rho is the radius of cylinder and d phi is the change in the horizontal angle. So arc length can be calculated as radius multiplied by angle. So change in the angle is given by d phi. So what will be the arc length? That is the radius multiplied by change in the angle, that is d phi. So rho d phi is the differential length along the phi direction, which is written here rho d phi a phi plus dz az. Dz is the differential length along the z direction. For the differential surface, similarly we look at the different unit vector. In the direction of arrow, if we look at this figure, so in the direction of arrow, what will be the surface? This is the surface in the direction of arrow. So for this, what will be the length and width? This is the arc and this is the differential height of the cylinder. So what will be the differential surface along the arrow? That is nothing but rho d phi multiplied by dz. So ds rho can be written as rho d phi multiplied by dz arrow. So rho d phi is basically along the rho direction and dz is the differential height of the cylinder. Similarly, if we want to calculate the differential surface along the phi direction, we look at the unit vector. For this unit vector, what is the surface? This is the surface for the a phi direction. For this surface, what is the length and what is the width? This is the length, that is the d rho, and this is the height of the cylinder, that is the dz. So along the phi direction, differential surface can be written as d rho dz a phi. D rho is the differential length along the rho direction and dz is the differential length along the z direction. That is basically differential height of the cylinder, and Fi is the unit vector in the phi direction. Similarly, we can calculate the differential surface along the z direction. So for the z direction, you can see this is the direction of Az. For the z direction, you can see which is the surface. This one is the surface for the z direction. For this surface, this is the arc and this is the differential length. The arc length is what? That is the rho d phi, and this is the differential radius, that is given by d rho. So dsz is equal to rho d phi multiplied by d rho az. So rho d phi is the differential length of the arc and this is the d rho, that is the differential length along the rho direction. And the differential volume can be calculated as multiplied by differential length along the rho direction and phi direction and z direction. So differential length along the rho direction is d rho, along the phi direction rho d phi, and along the z direction is dz. So differential volume can be calculated as rho d phi and dz. Next is the spherical coordinate system. In the spherical coordinate system, point P is represented by r, theta and phi. R is the basically distance from origin. Theta is angle between the z-axis and the line from origin to point P. This is also known as the vertical angle, or you can say elevation angle. And phi is the angle between x-axis and projection in the z is equal to 0 plane. Z is equal to 0 plane means xy plane. So phi is the basically known as azimuthal angle, that will be from the x-axis. Unit vector ar, a theta and a phi in the direction of increasing coordinate value. That means in the direction of r, in the direction of theta and in the direction of phi. So differential length for the spherical coordinate system can be written as dl is equal to dr ar plus r d theta a theta plus r sin theta d phi a phi, where dr is the differential length of the radius of sphere and r d theta is basically what? Similarly, we have calculated earlier in the cylindrical coordinate system, that is the basically arc length. So in the spherical coordinate system, you can see this cross-sectional position. So in the r direction, this is the differential length, that is given by dr, and in the theta direction, the differential length is given by r d theta, because this is the radius of the sphere, this is the radius, and this is the change in angle, that is the d theta. So this will basically an arc. So for arc length, we can calculate it as similarly length multiplied by angle. So this is the r multiplied by d theta. That's why in the theta direction, the arc length is r d theta. Whereas in the phi direction, we can calculate as similarly multiplied by radius and change in angle. In the phi direction, it is also a arc length. So arc length is basically calculated by radius multiplied by angle. So this radius is what? In this case, we know the radius which is making angle theta from the z-axis. If r component will break along the z-axis perpendicular to z-axis, so the projection of this r will r cos theta along the z-axis and r sin theta will go on the xy plane. So this length is basically what? R sin theta. So this is the r sin theta and multiplied by change in angle, that is the d phi. So the arc length for what? For this is what? That is the r sin theta d phi. That's why in the phi direction, this length is what? That is the r sin theta and d phi. If we calculate the differential surface along AR, A theta and A phi. First, we see the differential surface along the AR. For the calculation of differential surface DSR, which two sides is under consideration. For this direction, you can see this and this and this and this. This is the length for the calculation of DSR. For this, we know the change in the theta direction is r d theta and change in the phi direction is r sin theta and d phi. So multiplied by r sin theta d phi with r d theta, we find r square sin theta d phi AR. And the calculation of differential surface along the theta direction will be what? For the theta direction, this is the side for the calculation of ds theta. For this, we know this is the differential length along the r direction and this is the differential length along the phi direction. So this is given as dr and this side is given as r sin theta d phi. So ds theta can be written as r sin theta dr d phi. And similarly for the phi direction, you can see this is the change in phi direction. So for the phi direction, this side is under consideration for the calculation of differential surface along the ds phi. So for this, we know this is the side along the change in the theta direction. So this is the basically r d theta and this side is change in the r direction, that is dr. So for this calculation, ds phi can be written as r dr and d theta. It is in the direction of phi, so unit vector d phi will be there. And the differential volume will be what? That means multiplication of the differential length along the r direction, along the theta direction and along the phi direction. So multiplication of differential length along the r, that is dr, and r d theta along the theta and r sin theta d phi along the phi. So the multiplication of all these three differential length will give the differential volume. So after this, we will get r square sin theta dr d theta and d phi is the differential volume for the spherical coordinate system. Thank you for watching this video.